Chapter 1. The day she asked for divorce. I pushed the door open at 11:47 p.m., legs dead, eyes burning. The apartment is dark except for the light over the dining table. Elena sits there in her black silk blouse, back straight, hands folded like she's in court. "You're late again," she says without looking up. "I know. The server crashed and there's food in the microwave. It's cold." I drop my bag and walk over. A stack of papers waits in front of her, pen on top like a loaded gun. "What's this?" "Divorce agreement." She finally meets my eyes. "Sign it, Liam. I'm tired of waiting for you to become somebody." I laugh. It comes out cracked. "Good one. You almost had me." She doesn't blink. "I'm serious." The laugh dies in my throat. "Elena, come on. We've been together 7 years. 7. We can fix this." "We can't." She pushes the papers closer. "I've already signed. Your turn." My heart starts hammering. "Why?" "Because I'm done." Her voice is flat, sharp, perfect lawyer voice. "Because I met someone who doesn't come home smelling like cheap instant noodles and broken dreams." The room tilts. "Who?" "Marcus Zhao." She says his name like it tastes sweet. "We've been together 8 months. 8 months. I count backward in my head, every late night I worked, every anniversary I missed, every time I told her, next year will be better. 8 months. My voice cracks. "You've been sleeping with him for 8 months? She shrugs. "I needed to feel alive, Liam. You were never here. I was working for us. There is no us anymore." She taps the pen against the table. "Sign." I stare at the papers. My hand shakes when I pick up the pen. "Say something," I whisper. "What do you want me to say? That I'm sorry?" She leans forward. "I'm not. Marcus takes me to places you've never even heard of. He listens when I talk. He's awake, Liam. You're always half dead." Each word is a knife. I feel blood somewhere inside. "I love you," I say. It sounds pathetic even to me. "You love the idea of me." She stands up. "Sign, or I'll see you in court and take everything anyway." I look at her, really look. Same dark eyes, same red mouth I kissed this morning before I left for work. She feels like a stranger wearing my wife's face. I sign. The pen scratches loud in the quiet. "Thank you," she says, calm, like I just paid a bill. She walks to the bedroom. I follow like a dog. "You're leaving tonight?" Marcus is waiting downstairs. I drop to my knees in the hallway. "Elena, please. We can go to counseling. I'll take fewer shifts." "Oh, stop." She opens the closet, pulls out 2 suitcases already packed. "Don't make this ugly." "Ugly?" I laugh, cry. "You're ripping my heart out and you're worried about ugly?" She zips the first bag. "You did this to yourself." I crawl after her. "I worked 60-hour weeks so you could finish law school without loans. I slept on the couch when you studied all night. And I waited," she snaps, spinning around. "Every birthday, every holiday, every night I ate alone. I waited for you to choose me. You never did." Tears burn down my face. "I chose you every day." "No. You chose over time." She drags the suitcases to the door. "Goodbye, Liam." I grab her wrist. "Look at me. Please." She looks. For 1 second I think I see something soft. Then it's gone. "Let go." I let go. The door clicks shut behind her. I sit on the floor until sunrise, staring at the divorce papers, her perfect signature next to my shaky one. She never looked back. Not once. Chapter 2. 1 month of hell. The phone rang while I was staring at the ceiling. "Hello, Liam? This is HR. Effective immediately, your position has been terminated." I sat up too fast, head spinning. "What? Why?" "Company was acquired this morning by Zhao Holdings. They gave us a list. Your name was on it." I threw the phone. It hit the wall and cracked. Of course it was Marcus. 3 days later my landlord knocked. "Rent was due yesterday, Mr. Chin." "I'll have it tomorrow." "You said that last week." I handed him the watch Elena gave me for our 3rd anniversary. He took it and left. By the end of the week the apartment looked like a war zone. Empty bottles everywhere. I hadn't shaved. Hadn't showered. I just sat on the floor holding the divorce papers, reading them over and over like they would change. My phone buzzed with a text from Jake, my so-called best friend since college. Jake, hey man, heard about the job. Tough break. Drinks later? Sure. Jake, actually Elena and Marcus are throwing something tonight. Maybe next time bro. I laughed until I cried. The door opened without a knock. Mia stormed in, keys still in her hand. Liam. Oh my God, it stinks in here. I didn't look up. Go away. She kicked bottles aside and crouched in front of me. When's the last time you ate? I'm not hungry. You look dead. Get up. Leave me alone, Mia. She grabbed my shirt and yanked me to my feet. No. You're coming with me. Now. In her tiny one-bedroom she forced soup down my throat. Swallow or I'll call Mom. I swallowed. It burned. She sat across from me, arms crossed. Talk. What's there to say? She wanted someone better. She got him. Elena's an idiot. She's not. She's smart. She just never loved me. Mia slammed the table. Stop it. Stop making excuses for her. I stared at the bowl. 7 years, Mia. 7 years, and she looked me in the eye and said I was nothing. Mia's voice cracked. You're not nothing to me. You're my only brother. That night I couldn't sleep on her couch. I opened my wallet, last photo of Elena and me, smiling on some beach. I talked to it like a crazy person. Was it all fake? The late nights you waited for me to come home? The stupid fights about whose turn it was to do dishes? When I was sick and you stayed up wiping my forehead, was that fake too? No answer. Just her frozen smile. Morning came. Mia was already yelling. Get in the shower. You smell like a bar floor. Hot water hit my skin and I started shaking. I slid down the tiles and cried so hard I thought my ribs would break. When I came out, Mia held up my phone. 27 missed calls from Mom, 4 from Elena. I froze. What did she want? Left a voicemail. Mia pressed play, put it on speaker. Elena's voice, smaller than I'd ever heard it. Liam, I heard about your job. I didn't know they would fire you. I swear I didn't ask for that. Just call me back. Please. Mia raised an eyebrow. You gonna call? I took the phone and deleted the voicemail. Then blocked the number. No. Mia smiled for the first time in weeks. Good. Now eat real food. You're staying here until you remember you're still alive. I looked at her, my loud, annoying, perfect little sister, and felt something shift inside my chest. Not hope. Not yet. Just the tiniest crack where light might get in someday. Chapter 3. The Stupid Bet. My phone buzzed at 2:14 a.m. I was on Mia's couch, staring at the ceiling, when Ryan's name popped up. I almost ignored it. Everyone else had already chosen sides. But I answered anyway. Liam? You awake? Ryan's voice was low, like he was hiding. Barely alive. What do you want? I'm at the thing. The divorce party Marcus is throwing for Elena. You need to hear this. I sat up. They're really celebrating my funeral? Just shut up and listen. He went quiet, then the music hit. Loud, expensive speakers, clinking glasses, fake laughter. I heard her voice before anything else. Elena. No, listen, she said, giggling. If Liam ever becomes someone worth finding again, I swear I'll hunt him down myself. One train ride. That's all I need. I'll make him fall in love with me all over again. Easy. Girls around her squealed. Girl, you're evil. I'm serious. Elena laughed louder. Bet you a designer bag I can do it in under 6 hours. He never stopped loving me. He's just lost right now. Someone shouted, to Elena and Marcus. Glasses clinked. Then Marcus's deep voice cut through. Baby, he'll never climb that high again. I made sure of it. Elena's laugh turned sharp. Exactly. Poor Liam. Probably crying into cheap beer right now. The recording kept going, but I couldn't breathe. Ryan came back on the line. You okay, man? I started laughing. Not normal laughing. The kind that hurts your throat and makes your eyes burn. Liam? Send it to me, I croaked. The whole thing. You sure? Send it. 30 seconds later the file landed. I played it again. And again. Her voice saying my name like I was a joke. Marcus calling me poor Liam. The girls cheering her on. I laughed until I couldn't breathe. Until Mia ran out of her room in an old t-shirt, hair wild. Liam? What the hell? I shoved the phone at her. She listened. Her face went white, then red. She said what? Play the part at 0:47. I wheezed, still laughing. Mia hit play. Elena's drunk voice filled the tiny living room. One train ride. That's all I need. Mia looked like she wanted to throw the phone at the wall. She's disgusting. I wiped my eyes, but the laugh wouldn't stop. It hurt so good. Let her make the bet, I finally said, voice raw. Let her think it's easy. Mia stared at me. You're scaring me. Good. I stood up, legs shaking. Because I'm done being the joke. I played the recording one more time, turned the volume all the way up, and let Elena's own words echo inside my skull. One train ride. I laughed again, colder this time. We'll see who falls, Elena. We'll see. Chapter 4. Disappearing. I stood in the empty apartment with the pawnshop guy counting my watch, our wedding gifts, even the stupid coffee machine Elena loved. 3,500 total, he said, pushing crumpled bills at me. Take it, I muttered, shoving everything into my backpack. The door clicked shut behind me for the last time. On the street my phone buzzed. Mia. Liam, please pick up. Elena posted photos from some yacht. I turned it off, pulled the SIM card, and snapped it in half. Done. Night bus station smelled like piss and fried chicken. I bought a ticket to the farthest province I could afford. The clerk barely looked up. Name. Doesn't matter, I said. He shrugged and printed it anyway. On the bus I sat next to an old woman clutching a live chicken. My phone was dead, wallet almost empty, heart completely hollow. Perfect. 3 days later I stood outside a crumbling warehouse in Haifeng, sweating through my last clean shirt. Victor opened the rusty gate. Liam Chin? Victor asked, squinting. He looked older, thinner. In the flesh. He laughed and pulled me into a hug that smelled like instant noodles and hope. You look like shit, man. Feel worse. Good. Means you're ready to work. Inside, 5 folding tables, 6 broken chairs, and 1 flickering light. This the empire? I asked. This is the seed, Victor said. Clients want an app that tracks fishing boats in real time. Investors ran away. We have 3 months before the bank takes the computers. I dropped my backpack. Show me the code. First night I slept under a desk with a jacket for a pillow. Victor kicked my foot at 5 a.m. Coffee's hot. Code's cold. Fix it. I drank the coffee, fixed the code, drank more coffee, fixed more code. Week 3, Victor slid a bowl of noodles across the table. You're scaring the interns. There are interns? 2 kids from the technical school. They think you're a ghost. I looked down, beard, dead eyes, same t-shirt for days. Let them think it. Month 2, I answered a call from a potential investor while eating cold rice with my hands. This is Liam Chin, CTO of C-Track. The man on the other end paused. You sound exhausted. I haven't slept since June, I said. He laughed. Good. Exhausted people don't lie. Send the new demo by tomorrow or we walk. I hung up, turned to Victor. We need the demo tonight. He grinned. Then stop talking to me. Month 4, same investor wired the first $1 million. Victor hooped and opened cheap beer. To the ghost who came back to life, he toasted. I clinked my bottle against his. The beer tasted like winning. Month 5, I stood in a barber shop for the first time in half a year. Just clean it up, I told the barber. When he spun the chair around, I almost didn't recognize the man in the mirror. Sharp jaw, clear eyes, hair that actually had a shape. Different person, the barber said. Yeah, I answered quietly. He is. Month 6, Victor handed me a new phone, new number, new bank card with more zeros than I'd ever seen. Welcome to the living, Mr. Chin. I stared at Elena's old contact, Still saved as home. I pressed delete. The name vanished. For the first time in 6 months, I didn't feel the knife in my chest when I breathed. I whispered to the empty office, "You wanted someone worth finding? Keep looking. I'm already gone." Chapter 5. 3 years later, the train. The train rocked hard, metal screaming against the storm outside. I stared at the rain racing down the window and adjusted the collar of my cashmere coat, the one that cost more than Elena's first car. My phone buzzed with the final contract. 300 million. Tomorrow I would sign it and never worry about nothing ever again. Someone dropped into the seat across from me. Jasmine and vanilla hit me first, soft, expensive, deadly familiar. My stomach twisted before my brain caught up. I looked up. Elena. Older. Cheeks thinner. Hair shorter. Same red lipstick, same eyes that used to wake me up with a smile. Now those eyes were swollen, mascara smudged, like she'd been crying for hours. She froze the second she saw my face. I leaned back, crossed my legs, and let the slowest smile I had crawl across my mouth. "Hello, wife." Her lips parted. No sound came out. I tilted my head. "What, no hug for your husband after 3 years?" "Liam," her voice cracked like thin ice. "Oh my God. God's not here, Elena. Just me." I tapped the armrest. "Sit. You already took the seat." She sat, hands shaking in her lap. I didn't know you'd be on this train." "Funny. I didn't know you still wore the same perfume." I inhaled on purpose, loud enough for her to hear. Guess some habits die harder than marriages. She flinched. "Please don't be cruel." "Cruel?" I almost laughed out loud. "Cruel?" I repeated, soft. "Tell me, Elena, when you moved Marcus into our bed 2 weeks after the papers were signed, was that kind?" Her face went white. "How do you? People talk. Especially when the new boyfriend throws a divorce party." I shrugged. "Congratulations, by the way." Heard the ice sculpture of me melted fast. Tears filled her eyes. "I looked for you. Everywhere. You vanished." Disappearing is easy when nobody wants you alive. I glanced out the window again. Turns out it's even easier when you stop caring who's looking. She leaned forward, voice desperate. "I was wrong. I know that now. Marcus. Don't." I lifted one hand. "Don't say his name to me. You lost that right the day you let him wear my robe." A sob escaped her. "I lost everything, Liam. He took the apartment, the car, my job, everything. I'm running from debt collectors. This train ticket was my last money." I studied her for a long second. The diamond studs were gone. The designer bag was fake. She looked small. "Good," I said. She blinked. "What?" I said good. I smiled again, colder this time. "You wanted someone who could give you the world. Looks like he gave it to you and then burned it down. Poetic." "Liam, please." "Please what?" I leaned in until our faces were inches apart. "Please pretend I didn't hear you laugh about that stupid bet. Please forget you said you could make me fall in love again in one train ride." Her breath stopped. "Yeah," I whispered. "I heard the recording. Every word." She covered her mouth, shaking harder. I sat back. "So here we are. Same train. You found me." I spread my arms. "Go ahead, Elena. Win your bet. Make me fall in love with you again." She stared at me, tears rolling. I waited. The train whistle screamed into the storm. I picked up my phone, opened my music, and slipped in my earbuds. "Time's up," I said, pressing play. "You already lost." Chapter 6. The game begins. The train rocked gently, rain hammering the windows like it wanted inside. I was staring at my own reflection when her perfume hit me, jasmine and vanilla, the same one she wore the day we got married. My stomach twisted before I even looked up. Elena stood there clutching her designer bag like a life raft. She looked thinner, eyes puffy, lipstick bitten off. Still beautiful. Still dangerous. "Liam." Her voice cracked on my name. I leaned back, crossed my arms, and let the silence stretch until it hurt her more than me. She slid into the seat across from me anyway. This has to be fate." I laughed. Not a nice laugh. "Fate? That's cute." Her fingers tightened on the bag. I've been looking for you. For years. I took every long-distance case that might. Stop. I lifted one hand. Just stop. She swallowed hard. Please. 5 minutes. That's all I'm asking. You want 5 minutes? I leaned forward so our faces were inches apart. Fine. Let me tell you what I know first. Her eyes flickered with panic. I know about the divorce party, I said, voice low. I know you got drunk on Marcus's champagne and told all your friends were laughing. I know you said, and I quote, if Liam ever becomes someone worth finding, I'll track him down myself. Bet I can make him fall for me again in one train ride. The blood drained from her face so fast I thought she'd pass out. Ryan recorded it, I went on. Sent it to me the same night. You sounded so sure I'd stay a loser forever. How's that working out for you, Elena? She opened her mouth, closed it, opened it again. I was stupid. I was angry. Angry? I snorted. You left me with nothing. Marcus made one phone call and I was unemployed the next day. But sure, you were the angry one. Tears welled up. I didn't know he'd do that. I swear I didn't. Save it. I tilted my head. How does it feel, by the way? Being the one who got thrown away. She flinched like I'd slapped her. Marcus dumped you, didn't he? I kept my voice soft, almost kind. 2 months ago. Found a 23-year-old influencer with richer parents. Took the condo, the car, even the dog. Your firm suspended you because of the inappropriate relationship clause. Debt collectors calling 20 times a day. That about right? Her lips trembled. How do you? I still have friends, Elena. Not many, but enough. I smiled without warmth. So here you are. Running. And the one train you pick just happens to have me on it. Funny how life works. Liam, please listen. No, I pulled my headphones from my pocket. You had 7 years to listen. You chose Marcus's money instead. She grabbed my wrist. Her hand was ice cold. I was wrong. I know that now. I lost everything. I lost. You lost the bet, I cut in. That's what you lost. Tears spilled down her cheeks. I don't care about the stupid bet. I care about you. I never stopped. Don't. My voice turned sharp enough to cut glass. Don't you dare say you never stopped loving me while you were sleeping with him. She let go of my wrist like it burned her. I slipped the headphones over my ears, pressed play, and turned the volume loud enough to drown her out. Some angry rock song I didn't even recognize. Didn't matter. Through the noise I could still see her mouth moving. Begging. Crying. Saying my name over and over. I closed my eyes and leaned my head against the cold window. The train kept moving. So did I. Chapter 7. The Old Man's Advice. I stay in my seat after Elena runs off sobbing. My hands shake. I hate that they shake. A shadow falls over me. An old man with silver hair and a worn brown coat slides into the seat she just left. He unscrews a metal thermos without asking. Tea, he says, voice rough like gravel. I stare at him. He pours anyway. Steam rises between us. Drink. You look like you need it more than I do. I take the cup because my throat is raw. The tea is hot and bitter. He watches me swallow. That girl. Your wife. Ex-wife, I say too fast. He nods slow. Same thing when the heart hasn't signed the papers yet. I laugh, but it sounds dead. She signed. 3 years ago. And you still bleed when she cuts you. He sips from the thermos cap. I know the feeling. I don't want to talk, but the words crawl out. She made a bet she could find me and make me love her again. Like it's a game. People turn love into games when they're scared of losing, he says. Doesn't make it hurt less. I look out at the dark window. My reflection looks back, tired, angry, lost. He keeps talking, soft but steady. 52 years ago my wife slept with my best friend. I found them in my own bed. I threw her clothes into the street and told her never come back. I turned to him. What did she do? She begged. Said it was one mistake. I didn't listen. I built factories, made money, bought big houses. Never let her name cross my lips again. Did you ever regret it? He smiles, but it's sad. Every single night for 50 years. I died rich and alone. She died poor with 3 kids who loved her. Guess who won? My chest tightens. He leans closer. Hate is heavy baggage, son. But fake forgiveness is heavier. One kills you slow. The other kills you fast. I swallow hard. So what do? You decide if you want be right or be free. Not both. I stare at the tea. She lost our baby and never told me. His eyes soften. Then she's carrying her own mountain. Question is, do you want to add yours on top of it, or walk away while you still can? I can't answer. He screws the cap back on. Train's almost at my stop. Think hard, boy. Mercy isn't for them. It's for you. He stands, slow and stiff. At the door he pauses. If you ever forgive her, mean it. If you don't, mean that too. Half measures rot the soul. Then he's gone. I sit alone in the quiet car. The tea is cold now. I think about Elena's face when she said she lost the baby. I think about the way she laughed when we were 22 and broke, eating instant noodles under one blanket. I think about Marcus's hands on her. I think about the envelope in my pocket with her new life inside. I don't sleep that night. I just stare at the dark and listen to the train scream down the tracks, carrying both of us somewhere we can't escape. Chapter 8. Her confession. I was drinking terrible train coffee when she appeared again. Her hair was messy, eyes swollen, lipstick gone. She didn't sit. She dropped straight to her knees in the aisle, right between the seats. People turned. Someone gasped. Liam, she choked out, voice already breaking. Please. Just 2 minutes. Then I'll disappear forever if you want. I stared at her. My hand tightened around the paper cup until it crumpled. You had 3 years of minutes, Elena. You used them all. I know. Tears fell fast, hitting the floor between us. I know, and I hate myself more than you ever could. An old woman across the aisle whispered, let them talk. I ignored her. Elena grabbed the edge of my seat. Marcus never loved me. It was a game from day one. 8 months into dating me, he started recording us, everything. In bed, in the shower, when I cried about missing you. He kept them like trophies. My stomach turned. Stop. I can't. She shook her head hard. When I got pregnant, he smiled and said, get rid of it or the videos go to your firm. I told him no. I wanted to keep it, our baby, Liam, yours and mine. The words punched the air out of me. I couldn't breathe. She kept going, words tumbling. He leaked one clip to the partners anyway. They called it conduct unbecoming. Fired me the same week. I miscarried 2 days later. Alone. In the apartment you used to pay for. I heard my own voice, raw and ugly. You were pregnant with my child and never told me? I was scared you'd say it was too late. Or that you'd hate me more. She pressed both hands to her chest like it hurt. I hated me enough for both of us. A man farther down muttered, this is better than TV. His wife shushed him. Elena's voice dropped to almost nothing. After the miscarriage, Marcus laughed. Said, one less mistake to clean up. Then he took the condo, the car, my savings, everything. Told everyone I was crazy, addicted to pills. My mother won't even answer my calls now. I laughed, cold and sharp. So the prince turned into a frog and you ran back to the peasant you threw away. That the story? She flinched like I'd slapped her. No. I came to say I'm sorry and to warn you. He knows about your deal today. He's on his way to the station with those videos. Plans to show your new investors what kind of woman you were married to, ruin you the way he ruined me. I stared at her. You're lying. I swear on the baby we lost. Her voice cracked completely. I have nothing left to lie with. Silence stretched. The train rattled. Rain whipped the windows. I leaned forward until our faces were inches apart. Why tell me now? Because you're the only decent thing I ever had, and I destroyed it. She was sobbing so hard her whole body shook. I don't want forgiveness. I just want you to win. Please win, Liam. Even if it's without me. Especially if it's without me. My throat burned. I wanted to scream at her, shake her, pull her into my arms, everything at once. Instead I said, get up. People are staring. She tried, legs trembling, and almost fell. I caught her elbow without thinking. Her skin was ice. I pulled her into the seat beside me. She curled into herself, crying into her sleeves. After a minute I said, "Lo, you're going to disappear after this stop. New name, new city, everything. I'll wire money once. Then we're done. Forever." She nodded against her knees. "Okay. And Elena?" I waited until she looked at me with those red eyes. "I hated you for 3 years. Right now I don't know what I feel. But I'm keeping the hate. It's the only thing that's still mine." She closed her eyes. "Keep it. I deserve it." The train speaker announced the next stop in 10 minutes. She wiped her face with shaking hands. I stared out at the rain and felt my heart split clean in two, one half bleeding, one half turning to stone. Chapter 9. My Revenge, My Mercy. I stand up from my seat and look down at her. "Come with me." Elena wipes her face with shaking hands. "Where?" "Dining car. You look like you're about to pass out." She follows me through the swaying train like a ghost. We sit across from each other at a small table. I wipe with a napkin. I order 2 coffees from the attendant. "Black for me," I say. "She'll have." "With milk and 2 sugars, Elena whispers, voice cracked. "You still remember?" I don't answer. The coffees come. I push one toward her. She wraps both hands around the cup like it's the only warm thing left in the world. "Liam, thank you." "Don't thank me yet." I pull the thick envelope from my coat and slide it across the table. "Open it." Her fingers tremble as she tears it. Plane ticket. Passport copies. Bank card. 50,000 in cash. Her eyes go wide. This is a ticket to Vancouver. One way. Tomorrow night." "Correct." "Liam, tomorrow morning I sign papers for a $300 million deal," I say, voice flat. "The company I started from nothing is being bought by an American fund. I walk away with more money than you and Marcus ever dreamed of." She stares at me, lips parted. "Ooh, you did it. You actually became somebody." "I became everything you said I never would." I lean forward. "Look at me, Elena. Really look." She does. Tears spill again. "I'm not the man who begged you to stay 3 years ago. That man died the night you walked out." "I know," she chokes. "I killed him. I know I did. But at least we agree on something." She reaches for my hand. I pull back. "Please, Liam. One chance. I'll do anything. I'll sign whatever you want. I'll disappear with you. I'll..." "Stop." I laugh, short and cold. "You think I want you now? After everything?" "I lost our baby because of him," she sobs. "I was going to tell you the day I found out, but Marcus said he'd leave me if I kept it. I was scared and stupid and... You chose him. You chose money. You chose pride." I tap the envelope. "This is me returning the favor. I'm giving you exactly what you gave me, a fresh start somewhere I'll never have to see your face again. Liam, please. You made a bet you could make me fall in love again in one train ride." I stand up. "You lost." She grabs my sleeve. "I never stopped loving you. I was broken and proud and..." "Let go. People are staring." She doesn't. "I'm begging you," she whispers. "On my knees if I have to. Marry me again. Hate me, punish me, just don't leave me with nothing." I look down at her fingers clutching my coat. 3 years ago those same fingers signed away our life without blinking. "You already have nothing," I say quietly. "I'm just making it official." I pull free and walk toward the door. "Liam," she screams, voice breaking the whole car. "Liam, please. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry." I don't turn around. "I love you," she cries. "I never stopped." The door slides shut behind me. Her voice keeps coming, raw and desperate, until the train's rumble swallows it whole. I walk back to my seat, sit down, and stare out at the dark fields racing past. For the first time in 3 years, my chest doesn't hurt. It's gone. And I'm finally free. Chapter 10. The Last Station. The train brakes hard. Doors hiss open. Cold air rushes in. I grab my coat and step onto the platform without looking behind me. Liam. I keep walking. Liam, wait. Footsteps hurry after me. It's not Elena's voice. It's softer. I turn. The quiet girl from seat 14B, Sophie, stands there, cheeks red from running, holding something small in her fist. You forgot this, she says, breathing hard. I didn't forget anything. She opens her hand. The jade pendant glints under the station lights. Same one Elena wore the day we got married. Same one I fastened around her neck while she smiled at me like I was her whole world. My stomach twists, but only for a second. Elena asked me to give it to you, Sophie says. She got off 2 stops ago. I stare at the pendant. She got off. Sophie nods. Said she's taking a bus to some village up north. A place with no phones, no internet. She's disappearing for real this time. I laugh once, short and dry. Good for her. Sophie steps closer. She was crying the whole time. Kept saying, tell him I'm sorry. Tell him the bet was the stupidest thing I ever did. Tell him I never stopped. Stop. I raise my hand. I don't want to hear what she never stopped. Sophie looks down. Okay. Silence stretches between us. The train behind her starts moving again, slow at first, then faster. Empty now. She really loved you, you know, Sophie whispers. In her messed up way. I take the pendant from her palm. It's warm from her hand. She didn't love me, I say. She loved the idea of winning me back. Big difference. Sophie bites her lip. So, what are you going to keep it? I turn the jade over in my fingers. 7 years of memories carved into one tiny stone. Her laugh on our wedding day. Her cold voice the night she left. The way she screamed my name in the dining car yesterday. I walk 3 steps to the trash can by the pillar. Liam, Sophie starts. I drop the pendant. It clinks against empty coffee cups and ticket stubs. Nothing. No pain. No anger. No ache. Just quiet. I look at Sophie. You want some coffee? My meeting got delayed because of the storm. I've got an hour. She blinks, surprised. You're asking me out? Right now. Not out, I say. Just coffee. 2 strangers who shared a weird train ride. She smiles, small and real. I'd like that. I nod toward the station cafe. Come on. My treat. As we walk away, the train disappears into the rain. I don't look back. Not even once.